Welcome to Devu Projection 2021 and thank you all for coming here today. I'm the one who will be your quote-unquote host. However, before we begin, just a quick reminder of what this event actually is. Devu Projection is a creative project associated with all of my creations, whether it is a Minecraft resource pack, data pack, Binding of Isaac mod, or any other thing. Today you will get a glimpse of what's coming for already released projects, but that's not all. In fact, that's a relatively small part of today's show. But enough with this introduction. By today, all of the still ongoing projects released under the name of Devu will be moved to the name of Devu Projects with new and refreshed logo. This means that in the future there can be stuff not entirely made by me that will be released no longer by Devu, but by Devu Projects. With this we can move forward to probably your favorite of today's stream. Welcome to the Dev Diary 1 for NBT Pack Peak of Underground Update Part 2. It was obvious that if the previous content update had quote-unquote part 1 in its title, there will be at least a second part. And that's what is coming for NBT Pack along with Caves and Cliffs part 2 update for Minecraft. Keep in mind, things presented in today's video will only be available for Java version on release. As you may know, part 1 of the Peak of Underground increased the amount of plugins for NBT Pack, and part 2 of the update will include even more, from which 2 will be revealed today. But before I talk more about quartz or plugin, let's see how the issue of overwhelming amount of resource packs in one file will be resolved. A bit of time ago, I added one of my finished projects to CastForge. This was a test if this site is finally usable, as it was a second try to get anything from me there. Once NBT Pack gets released on CastForge, you will be able to download base pack or full pack that includes NBT Pack and all of its plugins. Enough about accessibility. Let's move to the actual new plugin. Quartzor is a plugin that will turn all of the ores to custom 3D models. It differs from regular 3D packs in that the NBT Pack ores are actually different from each other, with the best example being the title Quartzor. Diamond Ore plugin follows the pattern of ore plugins for the upcoming update, however this one will be exclusive for players using Optifine's emissive textures. Diamond Ore makes most of the ores have emissive parts. Just to remind you all, being emissive doesn't mean glow. Emissive textures are visible in the absolute darkness, but do not physically emit any light. There will be at least one more plugin about which I will not talk a lot today. The only thing you can know right now is that it will be one of the features once seen in Needin Pack. I'm making this change to keep more interesting features alive while Needin Pack is no longer supported. Melon plugin will get support for languages such as Great Britain English, Deutsch, Polski, Ruski, Ukraińska, Cześtina, France, Espanol, and few more. That's all for today Dev Diary. Hope you enjoyed it, and see you all again soon. There isn't much more to say, so let's just move forward. Next up we have something that doesn't take itself as serious as most of today's guests. Behold the Fetus Demon and a washing machine! This was only a part of the frightening duo. Now it's time for the Queen of Clean. Behold, the Calgon Queen. Both mods will be available later today when separated trailer videos drop. They are some sort of mean graphical mods that doesn't add any new content, so if you would like to keep your game as vanilla as possible with a bit of humor, feel free to try these mods once they are available. Now let's go back to Minecraft for a moment, as we have much more things prepared for today, with the first being 2 brand new releases. These 2 Minecraft data packs are something entirely different from what I've released until the present day, as you can use the exact files of world generation settings used to achieve shown effects in your own creations. You can obviously use those data packs to get yourself a very interesting survival Minecraft experience. You can even combine those with other of my projects to get some unique effects. However, keep in mind that if you would like to combine it with any other world generation data pack, including vanilla expansion, you will most likely not be able to, or in the best scenario, you need to modify the pack. Support is not provided because of the way how data packs work and the fact that it is meant to be some sort of a base for bigger stuff that you can make. Continental Sandwiches and Shattered Lands will be available shortly after the end of today's show. Speaking of Otherworld generation data packs, you've probably been waiting for this one to appear, as it already has been teased on the poster. Today marks the day of release of the Vanilla expansion beta version number 3. Long-awaited update for the Vanilla expansion data pack is being finally released after more than half of a year delay, which if you follow my Twitter account, you know why happened. You will be able to experience the update right after today's stream. The update is not what was primarily planned for it to be, but it still adds a bunch of new content, such as brand new type of bastion with two sort of new mobs, one of which is a legitimate boss with phases and custom attacks. Other changes are things such as a way to obtain higher level of some of the enchantments, tweaks and quality of life changes, or mentioned advancements, which include most of Bedrock achievement ports as well as my original advancements. However, this is the last update for Vanilla expansion as we all know it. This beta release itself made some rather controversial changes in removing all of the villagers, including Swamp Village, which was meant to come back, though don't be afraid. Vanilla expansion Pillage the Village is an upcoming data pack from the family of Vanilla expansion. It will contain all of the removed villages, scrapped villager town from the roadmap, announced but Omen rework and more. Why not include it in the main data pack, you may ask? As stated, Vanilla expansion as we know it is being discontinued. After a lot of thinking about the future of this project, I've come to a conclusion that the best way is to split it into few themed data packs instead of a big one amalgamation, and with that being said, it's a pleasure to introduce to you my biggest project yet, called Vanilla expansion Legends of the Lost Kings is a theme that was supposed to be full release update for pack before the split. It will not contain all of the features that Beta 3 does, however. For example, one of the missing features will be new advancements added in Beta 3. Don't worry, they will also be available as separated pack, which we will not talk about today. Those decisions has been made in conjunction with the fact that whole Vanilla expansion project has almost been cancelled earlier this year. Why was it meant to happen will not be spoken as for now. This pack main story is going to be happening inside of a world that the kings have fled to just before the final blows. If you are not familiar with the Legend of the Lost Kings, you can create a world with Vanilla expansion data pack beta 2 or 3 and look for odd ruins on infernal dunes in mountains, or if on beta 3 in the ocean depths. In addition to that, you will soon be able to download any of today's data packs banners in form of wallpapers, so check out the link to the Twitter account of Devu Projects, or get this channel to 1000 subscribers, which is unlikely to happen in near future. Sticking with projects for Minecraft, I want to inform you all that Vanilla Expansion is the last major project from me that will be made for this game for now. Moving forward, you can expect more original content, as well as lots of tweaks for already released stuff and more small-sized projects like it was back in the day when NBT Pack was in beta stage. I have huge plans on what will come after the closure of Vanilla Expansion, and you can see the roadmap here. This graph may seem a bit confusing for some, so I want to explain that time allocation is not using percent for the scale. Just a way for me to show how much time of a working cycle was given to a particular project in a time period. So for example, animations chart is given the same time at the beginning and at the end of its part, despite visually going down. This is forced by Vanilla Expansion actually shrinking on the roadmap. At the same time though, the yellow mysterious chart is growing in time allocation despite not going at first glance. As you can see, there also are some empty spaces. They mean that I either didn't work on anything at the moment, or it wasn't added to the graph. For example, I spent part of July on working at Continental Sandwiches data pack and some not yet announced stuff. Back to the topic, we are at the end of stage 2 right now, and today I'm going to announce some of the fillers for stage 3, with the first being music. Actually, right now you can hear one of songs I made. It's Clash Royale Battle 3 theme remix. This one in particular was meant to be a part of my never released creation from few years ago, which I can tell will not be finished probably ever. All I will tell is this was to do with Thunderstorm, and that's why you can hear thunder roars in this remix. Full track will be available shortly after we finish today's projection. That's all I have prepared for you today. Hope you enjoyed it, and goodbye.